today. But before I get on and do that, I'll do like 2 or 3 or 4 bling fails. Just kind of fellowship. There'll be games, there'll be prizes, there'll be drawing, the whole 9. You don't want to miss it. So if you are out and about or just hanging out with me and you can catch me live or catch the replay, please do so later on today. But I'm Nene. I wanted to come on a little bit and talk about independence. I know that my family was still enslaved at the time that the Declaration of Independence was signed. So while this is a good day to get around and celebrate family, because a lot of us have the day off of work, I don't have any family here with me, so we're just going to chill out at the house and enjoy the beautiful, bright, sunny day. Maybe sit down on the patio, and I'll be on here a couple of times today selling this bling, so definitely join me. We're going to do games, we're going to do prizes, giveaways, whole 9, so come back and holler at your girl later. But I did just want to come on in my Making My Way Wednesday and talk a little bit about independence. And when I talk about independence, I talk about independence of thought and freedom, true freedom speech, right? We celebrate it, we say that we have it, but sometimes are we really allowing others to say what they feel without fear of losing everything? Like, I just want to ask you, like, you don't even have to answer in the comments, but how many times have you wanted to come on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram and say something, but you took a step back and thought, well, maybe I shouldn't say that because these people are ruthless online. Like, they'll dox you, they'll find out where you work, like, they'll tell your boss, like, they'll it's crazy that we live in a world now where people are almost celebrating the fact that we are relinquishing our rights to freedom of speech. And it's sad that we live in a world where the slightest bit of discomfort or sadness that someone is saying something that you don't believe with, that you don't agree with, or you don't believe in, can just like completely cause you to like deem that person a witch and tell everybody else that that person is a witch. Like, it is the Salem witch trials, like it is 1984, all like happening before our very eyes. And I don't want to be an alarmist, but there was a situation that happened this week where people are calling for a boycott of Walmart, not because of this, but because of this. Not knowing that the Walmart is like a marketplace. Like, any company pretty much now can sell their wares through Walmart.com. Walmart.com will process it, but some items will come from a third party. Very similar to like Amazon. So there's a company that's been selling these Impeach 45 onesies, and someone got wind of it and posted it, and it went viral. And so now all the Trump supporters want to boycott Walmart, not knowing that that same company that sells these Impeach Trump onesies sells so much like anti-Obama merchandise and pretty much anti-whatever, pro-whatever. Like, they're just in it to make money. And had someone done a few more seconds of research, they'd have known that. Or maybe they did do the research, but the lie is more entertaining, so they went with it anyways. All I know is that like thousands of people are like getting petitions and like trying to boycott Walmart, and that's cool because I'm not necessarily a fan of Walmart anyways. But what happens when it's like your business or your YouTube channel or your church or like your organization, and someone could have taken like a second more of time to just make a very nuanced decision about what you said, or to do a couple of seconds more of research so as like not to incite the people, so as like not to yell fire in a movie theater, but they choose not to. And so that thing, that organization, that business, or like you love, you work so hard for, or that someone that you know loved or worked so hard for is like gone. Like Walmart will be okay, but what happens when it happens to you? And so we've canceled Shea Moisture, we are canceling Uber, we're canceling Starbucks, or are we? I don't know. Like every month or so, Dove, every month or so something happens where like we are told this company is bad, you need to boycott them, this person is bad, they said something you don't agree with. And I am here to encourage you that you're better, you're smarter, you're more informed when you learn how to listen to things that you don't agree with without emotion. Like I purposely subject myself to things that I don't agree with daily. I listen to podcasts, read audiobooks, watch television programming that I don't necessarily agree with, that is not consistent with who I am and what I am, because for me, it teaches me how to live in a world, how to really coexist in a world with people that don't agree with me. I'm able to now work with people that may say something about someone that I hold dear and not lose my mind or lose my job or end up in HR, because I've developed the skill to have conversation and dialogue with people that sometimes doesn't even reveal what I truly think or feel, because I am developing like the emotional intelligence and the muscle to listen to things I don't believe with, hit pause for a second and think about, why is it that I don't believe with that? Like, how does this square with who I am and what are my core principles and values? And am I flexible at all to adapt or change my mindset after hearing this information? Should I research this more? Is this something that's going to take me, like, going to the library or, pulling a Wikipedia page to learn more about this information? Like, I strive to learn more. I am open to changing my mind on an issue as long as it's not going against my core principles. And because I've taken the time to write out my core principles and identify them, I don't really have to worry about being swayed and pulled anytime the media or my favorite social media personality or radio personality tells me to. So this July 4th, I just want to encourage you, like plead with you, that it's okay to listen to people that you don't necessarily agree with. It's okay to dialogue with people and learn more about people and ask questions and not have any motive behind it other than like learning new information. It's okay to take a second or two and not jump on the bandwagon and cancel A, B, or C because someone else told you to. What do you think about it? Can you take 20 or 30 seconds and flip the script and ask, like, okay, what if it were me in this situation? Like, what if I owned the business? And I'll give you an example. I can go into the nuance about each individual story, but I don't want to make this video long because y'all won't watch it. So let's just talk headlines. Headline A: Supreme Court ruling that a bakery owner was justified in his decision not to bake a cake for a gay couple because it went against his religious beliefs. Headline B: Restaurant owner asked Sarah Huckabee Sanders to leave her restaurant because she worked for the Trump administration. Like, neither story is what really happened, but they're kind of like the highlight reel in the headlines that we heard. It's crazy to me how on both sides of the fence people celebrate one while simultaneously criticizing the other. That to me shows an intellectual dishonesty that we're going to have to give an account to one day. And that if we don't stop with the intellectual dishonesty, period, we're going to suffer for it, and our next generation is going to suffer for it. And slowly but surely, like, we're giving up our rights to free speech by simply being so emotional and acting like children who don't deserve it. Like, I need you all to know, I don't get on here fronting and faking the funk. Like, the person you see, like the upbeat person, like, yeah, I may suffer from depression and sometimes I'm not always as chipper or happy, but like, I genuinely get down with everybody. Like, I genuinely strive to be like the person in the back of the room, like, that goes to the person that no one else is talking to. Like, that's me. Like, I strive to have love and compassion in my heart for everyone, because that is at my core what I believe I'm put on this earth to do. But at the same time, I'm not always going to think like you do, and you're not always going to think like I do. And I want to say this while I'm at 50 subscribers, before you have to find out that I may be a little problematic. At 500 or 5,000, so be it. Because I give you the right to be who you are. Give me the right to be who I am. Like, I don't really know how to close this video, but I do just want to say that while we are out celebrating freedoms and fireworks and barbecue and family and friends and all that good stuff, take a second to think about what I'm saying, please. Take a second the next time your favorite radio personality gives somebody Donkey of the Day, like, just right there, pause. Do I believe that? Like, is that consistent with my values? Let me think back on another situation that maybe had the same components, and let me just take a minute or two before I get on social media, before I come on YouTube and rant. Like, let me just take a couple of minutes to just make sure that what I'm about to say is consistent with what I've been saying, and if not, why? I would add to that no one is all bad or all good. So the next time you just like completely cancel somebody or something, or throw somebody or away, like, remember, like, one day it may be you or someone that you love, and you'll want them to hear you out, and you'll want them to understand you. So let's all just take a second, chill out.
So I guess that I serve as a reminder that those things still exist to people who are willing to listen. And my audience is people who are, I guess, free-thinking, conservatives, liberals, whatever title you want to place on them. It doesn't really matter, as long as they're willing to confront their own ideologies that were cemented in them as a child in a process of growth. I guess that would mean that my audience is anyone and everyone who's willing to listen.